welcome in to Episode 1 of the Versus Sports podcast, where we talk all things sports. My name is Matt, and alongside me is Devin, Trey, and Caleb. And today, we will be talking about the NBA playoffs, the NBA draft lottery results, and everything to do with the NFL offseason. As this is our first ever episode, we would really appreciate it that if you guys could like this video and hit that subscribe button down below. We would greatly appreciate that. We're trying to grow this podcast and would just love your guys' support through that. If you have any suggestions for future videos, we'd love you to leave it down below in the comments. But if you have any other comments, just please leave them down below. With that said, how are we doing today, fellas?
Doing good.
Doing great.
Doing good.
Yeah.
Great
Time to
Saturday.
start.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Great Saturday morning.
Yeah. All right. Once again, this is our first ever episode of the Versus podcast. So we just wanted to share a little bit about ourselves and just why we decided to start doing this podcast. So Trey, if you just wanted to share a little bit about why we started to do that.
Yeah. I think the reason for us starting this podcast was, two of our most important things in our lives are God and sports. And so, we are some brothers in Christ that we like to have fellowship with each other. And so we also love sports. And so we thought, why not combine them and just record our conversations that we just have on the daily. So, yeah.
Yeah. Love it. So now after all that, let's get into talking about sports we love to talk about. And let's start with our favorite teams. So Caleb, listing your favorite team first. Out of all of them, start us off.
From 1 through 5, right?
However many.
One to whatever.
Yeah, 1 to whatever. Let's hear it.
All right. My number one favorite team, I have to go Arizona Cardinals. I've been a huge fan since Kurt Warner. So that's my number one. Number two, I gotta go Cubs. Cubs.
Go
Gosh, those Cubs.
Those Cubs. I've been a huge Cub fan since I've been little. It runs in my family. I bleed blue and red.
You do bleed
2016 was one of the best years of my life. So that's number two. So Cardinals, Cubs. Number three. Oh, this is tough. Okay, I'll put Suns at number three. Number three will be Suns, cause I've been a big Suns fan for a while. So I'll put number three at Suns, and then number four. Oh, there's only one more team. Oh, so it's Iowa. Iowa's my number four. So yeah. So my parents went to Iowa. I also have liked Iowa since I've been young. So number four is Iowa.
All right.
So yeah,
There you go.
those are my four teams. No. Are we doing top five?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
you don't need to do
That's
five.
Just your favorite team.
Yeah, just your favorite team.
Okay,
we'll
so
go with
those are my four favorite teams.
Love it.
I'll add Blackhawks at number 5, but they're at the bottom.
When's the last time you watched one of those games?
Yeah, not for like 4 years. So we'll keep that.
And since
at
they've
the
been
bottom.
good. Since they've been in the Stanley Cup Finals.
I haven't watched them since then. So.
All right, I'll go next. Number one for me is Arizona State Sun Devils. Huge Sun Devil fan.
Oh, yeah.
If you know me at all, you know me and my dad have season tickets. Don't miss games. Love them to death. Gonna cause me a lot of heartache this year, but that's okay. Number two, I'm gonna have to go Arizona Cardinals. As you can tell, I'm from Arizona, so all Arizona teams for me. Arizona Cardinals. Watched the heartbreak when they lost the Steelers in the Super Bowl. Cried my eyes out. Kurt Warner started it all for me too. Larry Fitzgerald, best wide receiver of all time. It's whatever. Number three, I would have to go with the Phoenix Suns. Loved watching Steve Nash back in the day. Loved him. Remember Kobe hitting the shot in Game 6, I believe, and it was tough. It was tough. And then now, doesn't matter how good of a regular season you have, still give me heartache. More of the story is all my teams just give me heartache, but that's okay. We love it. And then last, Arizona Diamondbacks just won second game of the third series against the Cubs, so that's what really matters.
Yeah. So, it's been a rough 3 days for the Cubs right now.
Yeah, so those are my teams.
Hey,
those are my teams.
We're on the up, okay? We can only go from here.
All right, Devin, you want to share a third?
Yeah, so my overall favorite team is the Green Bay Packers. I'm from Iowa, so usually that goes Bears, but I grew up watching all the Packers game with my grandpa, and through that I just became a fan. For basketball, I'm a Thunder fan. I became a Thunder fan watching Russell Westbrook. So, he's doing really good right now. He's thriving in LA right now. And then besides those two, those are like the only two sports that I'm like most passionate about. I watch baseball here and there, so I guess I'd say Cubs fan, but that's about it.
Right on.
Trey, let's hear it.
All right. So Montana, my teams are all over the place. Celtics are my number one, baby. See us rise. Number two is going to be the Minnesota Vikings. They're just one of the closer teams. Loved AP. Not his actions off the field. And then number 3, anything University of Montana. We're FCS, but still holding it down. And then baseball, just getting into it. Go swinging Friars, baby. Go Padres.
Why is wearing the ace hat?
Well, I'm wearing it. Shout out to Joe Pun if you're watching this. I even got the hoodie on, Joe.
All right, now that we've done all the introductions, let's get into the NBA playoffs. Let's start with the Western Conference Finals, where we have seen the Golden State Warriors now up 2-0 in the series, after the Mavericks got easily beaten by the Warriors in Game 1. It was not very close. They didn't shoot well from 3. Missed a lot of open threes. Mm-hmm. And then the Warriors came from behind in Game 2 to win. I believe that the Mavericks were up by 18 at some point in that game. But Warriors came back, won that. So what are you guys' thoughts so far, and how do you see it playing out? Devin, let's start with you.
I hate the Warriors. I'm just going to say it.
Why does everybody hate the Warriors?
I hope they burn down. They're so annoying.
Yeah.
It's just because they're so great. Honestly, I think if the Mavs would have won that game, I would have had some more hope for them. But I see the Dubs pulling it out in 5. I think the Mavs will get one at home.
Yeah.
Warriors will take the second one, and then it's over from there. So.
Right on.
Yeah. For me, oh gosh, I mean, obviously I'm a Suns fan, so I don't want a Western Conference team to win the finals. That's like my last resort. So honestly, when it comes to the Mavericks and Warriors, I don't really care who wins that series. Just flat out being honest, I'm worried about the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, obviously he's a Celtics fan right here, but I don't mind Jimmy Butler getting a ring. I really don't. I don't mind Jimmy Butler getting a ring. I like the man.
Okay, but who's your pick for the Western Conference Finals?
Oh, for the Western... Warriors. I think they're going to win it in 5. Well, actually, okay, hold up. I hurt to say this, but Suns were up 2-0 against the Mavericks.
Good
and
point.
the Warriors are up 2-0 right now.
Yeah.
So don't
But the Warriors have shooting.
Yeah, that's
true. That's true. The Warriors
Chris
do
Paul
have
didn't
shooting.
show up after Game 2.
That's true.
He's also
That's
he
true.
was kind of hurt.
That's true.
No, don't say that.
I'm gonna give it to you.
We're not using it as an
That's the
excuse.
excuse
We're not
every
using it
year.
as an excuse.
Okay, but the Mavericks are tough at home, so
good.
don't count them out. I'll say
Yeah,
Warriors
yeah,
in 6. Warriors in 6.
Okay.
So, and then I say the Heat Celtics, man. I'll say Celtics in 7. Celtics in 7. That's
Wow,
going
you're
7.
getting ahead of yourself here. We still got to talk about the Western Conference Finals.
Oh, sorry.
We're gonna get to that.
But we're going to get to
sorry.
that. So,
Sorry, all right.
Trey, what do you think of the Western Conference Finals?
I cheer for the Warriors, guys. My dad is a Warriors fan, and I know none of you guys like the Warriors, but they're kind of like if I had a team in the Western Conference, it would be the Warriors. My whole family cheers for the Warriors, so I'm cheering for the Warriors, pulling for the Warriors. I think the shooting is too much. I think they have too many guys they can throw at Luka. I mean, you can't stop Luka, but they have a lot of guys you can throw at Luka, and they've been guarding the 3 pretty well. So I think Warriors in 5 or 6, like you guys are saying.
Yeah, I mean, they got Jordan Poole coming off the bench for 29 minutes.
Yeah.
And he's out here scoring, 23 points off the bench? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. Okay, one of them comes out, and then you have Jordan Poole going in. I don't see them being stopped. This hurts to say, like you said, as a Suns fan. But Luka's insane. He could...
Yeah.
He can do it all. He's 42 points last night, I believe. Yeah, 42 points, 31 from Jalen Brunson. If they can't win a game 42-31 with those two, I just don't see him winning one.
No.
I got the Warriors in 4. I think it's a sweep.
Whoa.
I think it's over.
Okay.
I think the Mavericks aren't a good team. I think the only reason that they're in the Western Conference Finals right now is because the Suns lost what they had in the regular season, played too hard.
Yeah.
And personally, Chris Paul just can't win in the postseason.
No.
I'll say it.
He's
can't win in the
getting
postseason.
old. He's getting
Can't win in the
old, too.
postseason. So yeah, but now let's go over to the Eastern Conference Finals like Caleb wanted to do.
Yeah,
Just wanted to get away from the
sorry
Western
about
Conference.
that.
Yeah, I get that. It's just tough to talk about.
This topic just excites me, guys. It just excites me.
I know you're a
okay?
Celtics
I have a lot of passion.
All right.
I have a lot of
Deep
passion.
down.
Yeah, as time of recording this, we're recording this on Saturday, May 21st. So the Celtics and Heat are playing tonight, Game 3 in Boston. But as recording this, it's tied 1-1. And both games have been pretty lopsided, with the Heat winning Game 1. The Celtics only shot 45% from the field and 32% from 3. In the first game, Al Horford was out. Marcus Smart was out too? Yep. And then Game 2, completely different story. Celtics shoot over 50% from the field and from 3. So Trey, without being too biased about this, let's go to you first.
Okay.
What do you think of the series, and how do you see it playing out the rest of the way?
Obviously, I think the Celtics are going to win. Kyle Lowry and PJ Tucker are probably going to play tonight, so that's a big plus for the Heat. But the Celtics, have outscored the Heat in 7 out of the 8 quarters so far this series. I think it's Celtics. I think we're going to win both of the TD Garden at home because I think the crowd's going to be insane. Tickets are like $800 right now for pretty close seats, so Garden's going to be rocking. I think it's going to be Celtics in 5. I think we're winning both at home, and I think the Heat are going to win back at home, and I think it's going to come back to TD Garden, and we're going to finish it out.
Yeah. So, how much? 6? Is that what you're
Celtics
saying?
in 5.
6.
And
Oh, yeah, 6. 6. Yeah, 2.
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. Caleb, what do you think?
I mean, I did touch on this a little earlier, but this is going 7, guys. This series is going 7. I'm telling you. It is a tough series. No offense, but Celtics...
Offense taken.
I don't think Celtics are shooting 10 from 12 from the 3 again, or whatever they shot the
20
other
for 40.
night. 20 for 40. Oh. I mean, it was 10 for 12 in the beginning of the game.
In the first quarter.
But, I don't know. I mean, Heat are a good team. And, I know. I feel bad saying this, but it's just, I'm going Heat in 7.
Oh,
Dude, that's not what you've been saying all week.
Wow.
Heat in 7. I'm sorry, but
Dang.
I'm sorry. I like Jimmy Butler. I like Jimmy Butler.
Dev?
hot take. I don't think Kyle Lowry makes the Heat better.
No,
They're
No.
worse
7-1
him.
without him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gabe Vincent's good.
I'm with Trey on this one. I have the Celtics winning game 3 and 4. I think the Heat win in a winner go home, and then the Celtics pull it off at home in game 6.
Yeah. I see it in 6 as well. I think that the Heat and the Mavericks are kind of in the same situation where the other team is definitely way better. The Celtics are way better defensively, and it's just going to be who's going to be able to help out Jimmy Butler in the end. I just don't think that there's enough around him, unfortunately. So, not unfortunately for Trey, but I think that the Celtics are winning 6, so you're going to have a Warriors-Celtics finals matchup.
Celtics are a way different team than we were in the bubble a couple years ago, where Bam just killed us in the high pick and roll, and now we have like Grant who finally developed, Rob Williams who developed, where it's not that big of a problem.
And you got Horford now too.
And
Horford's killing it.
That's
Horford's
true.
a stud.
That's true.
I didn't know he was that good on defense.
And we lost game 1 because Jimmy Butler's a dog, but Marcus Smart came back and he can dog him out.
Jimmy Butler's a dog.
Defensive Player of the Year for a reason.
That's right.
Yeah.
So let's stick with the NBA, but let's switch over to the NBA Draft Lottery, where Devin finds all his hopes and dreams in. Let's go over and look at the what the lottery ended up being. So for the draft this year, we got the Orlando Magic going number 1, the Thunder going number 2, got the Rockets at 3, Kings at 4, Pistons at 5, Pacers at 6, Blazers at 7, the Pelicans at 8, the Spurs at 9, the Wizards at 10, the Knicks at 11, the Thunder again at 12.
Yep.
13 is the Hornets, and then last 14 is the Cavaliers. So with that said, let's go over to Caleb and Trey first. If you're a Magic fan, who are you guys taking number 1 overall in this year's draft?
Yeah, you got it.
All right,
Start it
I'll
off.
start this off. Okay, well, I mean, obviously I'm an Iowa fan. I did say that when in our introductions, but I feel like there's no bias here. I truly believe that Keegan Murray is probably the best prospect in the draft. Just go look at the videos and the highlights and the tape, okay?
What that man do in the March Madness tournament
Okay,
when the game was on the line?
We had a rough...
When the season was on the line, what did you do?
We had a rough go in March
Okay.
Madness, I will say that. It was not great, but he can do it all. He's like, what? He's like 6'8", 6'9",
Yeah.
right? I think
Something
he's
like
like
that,
something
yeah.
like that.
think
He
he's 6'8".
can shoot. He can go down low. He's got length.
6'8",
He plays
225.
great. Yeah, 6'8". He can play defense. I mean, he's a full package. He's a full package deal, So I say him. I mean, obviously Jabari Smith is really up there too.
I was going to say, have you seen Jabari's
Yeah,
highlights?
Jabari Smith is up there, but Keegan Murray just.
So Trey, you Jabari? Is that who you're taking number 1?
Well, I think Jabari's the best prospect in the draft, but I think the Magic are going to go Chet because of the Jalen Suggs bit. Since they were high school teammates.
So if you guys haven't heard that, they were high school teammates. I saw a thing that they've been playing together since they were in 3rd grade.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's crazy.
I've heard in the past, too, that the Magic have been about the relationship, so I think it's going to be tough for them to go away from Chet,
Yeah.
as favorable as he is. But
Because also they can't pay Mo Bamba his money this offseason, so they lose a big. So then they bring another one in.
Yeah,
it-
Wagner though.
Franz Wagner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
he's
he's
good.
been playing 3.
Oh, he has.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
I'm cool with that.
Dude, can
Yeah.
you imagine?
I don't want Chet.
Can you imagine Suggs, Wagner, and then Chet? That's a good solid 3.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
trio.
to be honest
I
with
mean,
you,
it's better than what they have right. Like,
to be honest
it's
with you,
improvement.
I think that some of these top guys are good, but he's not going to go number 1 overall. I don't think that he is. But if I was an NBA GM, I'd be looking at Jaden Ivey.
I like
that
that.
dude.
He's my
can
second
ball.
favorite. He's my
He's
second
That dude
stud.
can ball out.
Yeah.
Reminds me of
He's
Ja.
insane. He has a bad game against who'd they lose to in the?
Iowa.
No.
Oh,
Who did they lose to?
Sorry,
In,
they
who'd
lost
they
to
lose to?
my boy Dougie Buckets.
Yeah, they lost
Peacocks.
to St. Peter's.
The Peacocks.
Oh yeah, they did. But I remember Jaden Ivey was having a bad game that game. He wasn't playing well, and then with like a minute left, he hit like the deepest 3 I've ever seen. I'm like, this dude is having the worst game of his life, and he's still like this. I think that he will be really good
yeah,
player.
He did have a bad game. But those games before that, he was going off.
I know.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Jabari's
Yeah.
1. I think Jaden Ivey's 2. The best.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think Jaden Ivey's up there. I really like him as a prospect, but we're not gonna make Devin, the Thunder's fan, go with the number 1 overall pick. Who are you hoping falls to the Thunder at 2?
I want Jabari Smith. I think this draft is loaded. You got
It
so many
is.
good players. You got
It is.
Paolo from Duke, too. But the problem with Paolo is he needs the ball in his hands more often. Jabari Smith, you don't need that. Because we don't need more people with ball dominance. We have Giddey now. We have SGA. We have too many guards.
Yeah.
Lucas Dort,
Dort.
forks up.
Yeah. So we need a center or a power forward. And I don't want Chet just because...
I don't think Chet's gonna be good. I don't think Chet's gonna be good.
I'm scared of the Bucks.
This man, can you imagine him going up against Embiid? He's gonna get bodied.
Yes. But
This
everyone
man's
said
like this
everyone said the
big.
same thing about KD too. I know that it's a little
But-
different, but
I think
But,
you
like,
have to
KD
match up Chet with another big. I think you have to play Chet at the 4 because then the 5 can guard the big guy or whatever, and Chet can roam at the 3-point line guarding whatever 4 that is.
I think he'd be a
Yeah.
better like forward, power forward.
I'm just scared of 7-foot white boys. Because I don't know if any Thunder fans are watching this, but you know Poku?
Dude, Poker's the bomb.
Poku sucks. The bust.
He's so funny
Trash.
though.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Jabari Smith, but I also wouldn't be like upset with Paolo or anything like that.
Paolo's good.
No.
I like
He's-
Jaden Ivey a lot too, though. But
you
like
go-
I said, we
you
have
go
way
guards.
too
Yeah.
many guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got
What about
12. We have
what
12
about the
too.
guy from Arizona?
Benedict.
Benedict
Benedict.
Mathurin.
Yeah.
I mean he could be a late one. I saw on this
He can be a
ESPN
steal.
the NBA draft just prospects that they have him as the number 11 overall prospect, but he's a baller.
He's a center, right?
No, he's a
He's a skinnier one, right?
yeah, he's
Okay,
he
yeah.
pretty much can play like the 2 or the 3, but
Are you talking about Benedict?
yeah, Benedict
Yeah, yeah.
Mathurin.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's stud.
as an Arizona State
good.
fan, this kills me, but
Yeah.
he balled out.
He's
He's a really good player. But yeah, I mean, I think that these top guys are definitely it's good. It's a good draft. I mean, he's an 11 as him a number 11. That's pretty good. So
Do you guys got any sleepers for the draft?
My
It's gonna be another Iowa guy, isn't it?
I mean, Keegan Murray's a sleeper, but I would say my
Murray's not a sleeper. He's number 5.
But I would say my other sleeper. Oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, I would probably say Benedict maybe just because like he's not gonna go top 5. I mean, he'll probably be top 10. But like, you know, I would say the guy from Arizona.
Yeah.
So
Sleeper,
I don't really
sleeper
know.
for me is Johnny Juzang.
Yes, my
So,
God.
dude's a baller.
That's a good guy.
Dude's an absolute baller. Yeah, I think someone late second round could really get someone good. So I think that I think that Johnny Juzang's a very good player, and I think that he would be great for a team. Yeah.
I have a mid-round guy who I think could be like top 5 in this draft, top 3. Is Jeremy Sohan from Baylor.
Yeah.
He plays D, shoots a 3,
Yeah.
really athletic. I think he'll be like a Mikal Bridges.
Mikhail is good. Should have stepped up more in the playoffs, but good.
Facts.
Dev, you got one?
I like Johnny Davis, but I don't think
Okay.
he's not going to come in there and be like that guy. Like it's going to take a few years.
He'll be
to-
like a solid like role like.
He can score everywhere on the
Yeah,
court.
I think it'll give him a few years. He's going to be like one of the better players.
Yeah. Big Ten.
the draft.
Big Ten's got some solid guys in the draft.
Big Ten's got some solid guys, but can't win in the tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not wrong. Valid point. Very valid point.
All right, let's switch over to talking about football now and talk about the NFL offseason as a whole. Which team, in your guys' opinion, made the best offseason move to improve themselves the most? Let's start with Devin.
I'm going to go with the Eagles here. They made a lot of moves. They got a big draft day trade with A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
They also got a big defensive tackle in Jordan Davis, which was a big problem for them. They got Nakobe Dean at a pretty good range in the draft. I know he slipped a little bit.
Steal.
I like Jalen Hurts a lot. A lot of people give him flack. I don't think he's the best. He has a lot to improve on, but I like him. I think the
He's
NFC
won everywhere
East,
he's won. he's won everywhere. So.
Yeah, but a lot of people, aren't the biggest fans of him. Which I mean, he makes a lot of mistakes. But personally, I think the Eagles are going to win the NFC East, and they're going to take over the Cowboys.
The Cowboys do have the easiest strength of schedule.
I think the Eagles are right up there with them, though.
They're going to be close because they're in the same
Yeah,
division.
it's going to be close, but I like the Eagles. They made a lot of additions, and they got James Bradbury.
Cowboys got worse, though.
The corner from the Giants.
Cowboys get worse.
That whole division.
Their defense is better, and their offense is better.
That whole division just makes
They're
me
looking
mad.
good.
They always have easy schedules. The Cowboys are in it. I can't stand the Cowboys. I don't like the Washington Commanders. I don't like the division. I don't. But anyway, that's not on topic.
Let's go. Caleb, you share your team. Who do you think made the best?
My most improved team is the Chargers. They really made their defense a lot better, which they needed in that division with Russell now.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. I mean, the Raiders pretty loaded on offense now after Devontae Adams trade.
Yeah.
I mean, they traded for Khalil Mack, which him and Nick Bosa together.
It'd be nasty.
That's going to be a force to be
If
reckoned
Khalil
with.
Mack can stay healthy, he's been out. He's missed like the
That's
end
true.
of seasons
But
last
when
years.
when he's healthy though, it's dangerous. They got Derwin James on the back end. They got J.C. Jackson.
Asante Samuel Jr. second year.
Yeah, exactly. They got him and J.C. Jackson. And then they got Sebastian Joseph Day. He's kind of like a bigger
good.
like role defensive lineman player, but he can stuff the run though. He can stuff the run.
Mm-hmm.
And then they extended Mike Williams. They got Zion
Johnson
at the guard, which they need. I mean, I think they're pretty loaded. Justin Herbert, he's only going to get better. I mean, he's a stud.
It's my fantasy quarterback.
He's only going to get better.
That's my favorite quarterback in the NFL.
I think they will be
behind
better.
Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
No, just
I think
No,
them,
for me.
Yeah.
them and the Raiders will be the top two teams in that division. I'm sorry, Chiefs.
Wow.
Chiefs just don't have a defense. They don't have a defense.
Wow.
And they got rid of Tyreek Hill. You can't replace Tyreek Hill. I'm sorry.
That's a good point.
Yeah. You can't. He's speed demon.
All right, Trey, let's go to you.
All right, I've been thinking about it again, boys. I was going to say Rams with Bobby Wagner and Allen Robinson, but I'm switching mine up to the Browns.
That's one I was going to
With
mention. If you guys
Deshaun
didn't mind.
Watson,
Oh, that's a good one.
Amari Cooper. I mean, those are the really two main big additions, but I think those are huge. They did lose Austin Hooper, but I think David Njoku can step into that role if he stays healthy.
Is Watson going to play, though?
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though.
That
No
is
matter
a good
what they
question.
do, you have to remember one thing. They're the Cleveland Browns.
That's true.
And until they win games,
Look at Baker.
we can't.
That division is really tough, but if we're talking about which team made the biggest jump, I think it's the Browns.
That's good.
Yeah, like on paper wise. On paper wise, yeah. That's a good one.
All right, so my team that I think is in the AFC West as well. It's the Raiders. I mean, you can't get bigger than trading for Devontae Adams.
No.
Reuniting Derek Carr and Devontae Adams together. Sorry, Devin, but it's going to be okay. And then signing Chandler Jones to go on the other side of Max Crosby. Max Crosby was already doing damage. Chandler Jones did damage in Arizona the first week, 5 sacks. Can't forget that.
Yeah.
But once JJ Watt went away for Chandler Jones, he was getting double teamed. But now he's got someone on the other side of him.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be
Chandler
nasty.
Jones is going to do damage. And week 2, Kyler Murray's going to get absolutely destroyed because it's Raiders, Cardinals. Chandler Jones is going to want revenge because they didn't pay him, and they're gonna be a really good team this year. I don't think they win the division per se. I don't know how you could go against the Chiefs. I just don't know how you could. I just think that Patrick Mahomes is too good. But we can get into that next. So
I mean,
we wanted to go ahead and go into look ahead to the season, and we're each gonna rank our top 5 teams at the moment and who we think has the most likely chance to win a Super Bowl. So let's go ahead and start with Trey.
All right.
Let's see. Who do you think are the top 5 teams in your opinion
Number
this
one,
year?
I think we all have them on top of our list, is the Bills.
Yeah.
Does everybody have Bills at top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have Bills.
I think they're insane, and
Yeah.
adding Von Miller is huge. I think because
Josh
pass
Allen.
rush has been one of the biggest things for him, and they got Kyer Alam in the draft from Florida to pair with Tre'Davious White when he gets back. Number 2, I think it's defending champs Rams. Adding Bobby Wagner especially, I think the run losing Sebastian Joseph Day was big, but number 3, I think Matt's with me. The Bucks. I think coming back with Tom Brady and everybody's returning, 3rd year together. Kem's going to be high. Number 4, Chiefs. Obviously Patrick Mahomes, like you said. I think Patrick Mahomes could be the best quarterback ever by the time his career's over.
He's got a lot of Super Bowls to win, but he's young, so yeah.
Yeah. And I just think you can. And Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy are geniuses. And then number 5, I'm going with the Bengals. Very tough division, but I believe in Joe Burrow. And they improved the offensive line a lot, which was the biggest.
Yeah.
Which they needed.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Caleb.
So obviously I had Bills. I think we all had Bills. Josh Allen, just flat out beast. My number 2 is Bucks. Tom Brady's coming back. Todd Bowles, it kind of took over the head coach position. Very good coach.
Doesn't it just make you mad that whole coaching staff was the Cardinals coaching staff?
It honestly just every time
It's
I watch
literally
their
just
games, my heart just drops.
But go ahead. Sorry, I didn't
But
want to.
anyway, no, it's a valid point. Cardinal fans, we grieve over that. But with he was on the Jets, he didn't really have good players. But with good players, obviously Todd Bowles is a great coach, and obviously Tom Brady's Tom Brady, so they'll be back. My number 3 is Chargers. Like I said, don't count out the Bolts.
I like it.
Justin Herbert, I think he's gonna be vastly improved. Like I said,
How much more can he improve?
Hey. Yeah, but my number 4 is the Bengals. Joe Burrow, great year last year. Now I don't know, they'll make the playoffs, but whenever a team loses Super Bowl, it's kind of hard to get back.
Yeah.
Even get past the first round of the playoffs. They'll make the playoffs. I don't know if they'll go far. And then it hurts me to say this honestly because I cannot stand them, but the Rams. I had to put them in there. I can't.
Where are the Cardinals?
Talent-wise, Cardinals. Oh, by the way, don't sleep on the Cardinals. Kyler Murray's on a contract year. He's gonna prove everyone wrong. D-Hop is out. That hurts us, but the Marquise Brown trade.
This is on the spot. I'm asking you this question.
Yeah.
Changing it up because obviously we're Cardinals fans.
Yeah.
Do you see Kyler Murray being signed before the season starts?
Yes, I do. Well, I mean, okay. There is rumors that
if not, does he sit out?
if not, I don't see him sitting out. He always talks about how much he loves the game of football. You know what I mean? How he's a team guy.
I honestly would think that he would sit out, but the fact that Hollywood Brown is there.
Yeah, I don't see him sitting out.
Cole
I don't
McCoy,
see him
guys,
sitting
come
out.
on.
Cole McCoy,
But
Come
like
on.
Bill,
best backup in the league. So
yeah, Bidwell's already said that the most likely.
actually,
to
best
sign him
backup
this
in the league
summer.
might be Baker right now, but
Yeah.
we'll see if he gets traded. But that's
But so I'm just gonna clear this up right now. Every year I'm optimistic about my Cardinals, so
We know.
don't get scared by that. I'm always gonna say they're going to the Super Bowl every year. Just gonna be flat out honest with this. So
all right.
Cardinals, those are my number 2. This is my real number 5, but Cardinals are up there. So,
Yeah.
well, we'll leave it at that.
All right,
We'll leave it at
Dev,
that.
you go ahead and go.
Yeah, so with everyone else, I have the Bills at number 1. Pretty much same team. I think Gabriel Davis is going to have a monster year.
Yeah.
How many touchdowns do you have in the playoff
4.
game? 4?
Yeah.
Wait,
I
who
picked
does he
up-
play for again?
The Bills.
Oh, yeah, right.
You have, I think Emmanuel Sanders is retiring. So I think he'll be wide receiver 2. I think he's going to go off. I picked him up in fantasy for my sleeper team.
I like Dawson Knox a lot.
Yeah, he's been really good. For my second team.
Is Cole Beasley still there? No.
No, he's out. He's a free agent.
Oh, I love Cole Beasley.
Why?
Yeah, I just like Cole Beasley. Well, I mean, we'll talk, but that's another discussion for another time.
I don't know why. Well, I know why he's a free agent, but he did good.
He's pretty solid.
Like, I feel like
He's
he's
good
definitely
in
should be
that
on our
role.
roster right now. I know
Yeah.
why teams probably don't have him on a roster, but
I would take
if-
him in Minnesota.
I think he'd be a good fit for a lot of teams. For my second team, I have the Rams. We've already talked about it. Pretty much the same team. You get rid of Von Miller, but you still have Bobby Wagner. Third, I'm biased. I'm going to do the Packers. Obviously, the loss of Devontae hurts us, but we're 7-0 since 2019 without Devontae Adams.
Really?
Yeah.
Skull.
And you guys got that guy from South Dakota State? That wide
Christian
receiver?
Watson.
Christian Watson? How do
Yeah.
you feel about him?
I like him a lot.
You like him a lot?
I think he's going to be really
He was
good.
from North Dakota State, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
North
Yeah,
Dakota
oh
State.
my bad. North Dakota State. Yeah.
Yeah, I like him. He's going to be really good. We also got Roman Dubs in the 3rd round. I think he'll be really good too. We added up on the defensive end in the 1st round. Got Quay Walker.
Yeah.
And then
We stole Zadarius Smith from you, though.
we don't want him, man. He's trash. He's injured and trash.
Dude, just wait till he's sacking Aaron Rodgers.
We won't get to Aaron.
So he's just Aaron Rodgers running for his life.
I know a lot of people are counting the Packers out because obviously we don't have Devontae Adams, but I think our defense will be top 3.
Wow.
Our defense is good. Mark it.
Top 3.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey,
Top 3.
he's set.
Our defense is stacked now.
Everyone remember this when later in the
he's
season
Nah,
the
I'm
Packers
serious.
get a 40-piece put on them.
By the
That's not
Vikings.
Wait.
When Dalvin scores 4 touchdowns.
What?
Yeah. Well, actually, never mind. I'll say this at the end.
Okay.
I'll say this at the end.
Fourth, I got the Buccaneers. With Brady back, the Bucs are back. Pretty much they kept their core. It will be interesting to see how Todd Bowles does now that Bruce Arians is gone, but
He's still around the
Brady.
team, though.
That division isn't the strongest, so I mean they'll be
No.
fine. And then fifth, I have the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the first few games you're gonna see the loss of Tyreek hitting them hard.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they're gonna win much the first few weeks, but I mean they got Sky Moore, Juju, and
Also-
MVS now.
I forgot about
Wait,
Sky Moore.
wait. Justin Ross though from Clemson,
Yeah.
they signed. I don't
We'll
know
see.
how he didn't go drafted.
I know he's got a lot of injuries. If he doesn't get injured and plays how
He's
he
gonna
played
be
at
big,
Clemson, that's
yeah.
going to be a huge pickup. But I think once the season gets on, all those additions they had will be fine.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, I'll get into my top 5. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at number 1. I think
Okay.
the Tom Brady's back. You can't vote against him. You can't go against him. Like, there's no way you can at this point. People would be crazy to not say that. I think they're winning the Super Bowl. I'll put it right here, right now. The Buccaneers are winning the Super Bowl, and Tom Brady's retiring, going into his Fox Sports contract. It's happening.
No.
Shout out
This
to-
is the year.
Shout out
He's
to
the
Becky.
GOAT.
My mom's a Buccaneers fan.
There you go. So, yeah. So, I think the Buccaneers had a great draft because they picked up a steal. It might be a little biased to say this, but they picked up Rashad White from Arizona State in the 3rd round. If you guys watched any ASU games, I watched every single one, obviously, but he is so good out of the backfield. He has
Catching
such good
the ball.
vision. He will be a great number 2 for them to come in and be able to catch the ball. Brady will be so good at dumping the ball off to him, and he'll be able to. I think he's gonna have a great rookie year.
Yeah.
So I like them. I'm gonna go Buffalo Bills number 2. Kind of what you guys have all said. I like the addition of Von Miller. I really do. I think that he's gonna be well. He's gonna do good there. I think it's gonna be good. And then number 3, I got the Rams, Super Bowl champs. I mean, they're not taking. I know it. I understand it.
It hurts.
Caleb.
It hurts.
But
know.
I think that their additions,
they
Bobby
have-
Wagner, Allen Robinson, will help them out a lot. I like the Chiefs number 4. It's kind of the same thing as the Buccaneers. I just find it really hard to like go against really, really good quarterbacks. Like I think that obviously the other quarterbacks in the division, besides Derek Carr, because I think that he can be so-so. But everyone else obviously is so good. They got Russell Wilson in that division now. They've got Justin Herbert, like great. But Patrick Mahomes is still the best quarterback in that division. I still see them winning the division. I see them going to the Super Bowl as well. So there you go, Buccaneers, Chiefs. That's Matt's pick so far.
Okay.
We're gonna have a rematch from 2 years ago. That's
like
what
that.
Okay.
that's what I say so far.
Wait, other Super Bowl picks. Matt's got Bucks, Chiefs.
Oh, jeez.
I need to think about this.
Yeah, that's tough.
I'm gonna go
That's
Bills,
tough.
Rams.
Bills, Rams.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Bills too in the AFC.
Yeah.
I mean, it's their time. They gotta be going. They've lost they've been so close every year. So close. NFC, gosh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to say the Cardinals so bad, but
You can.
our defense isn't at the caliber yet. We have a top 3 offense. I'm saying that right now. We have a top 3 offense. We have a top 3 offense. Shout out to Zach Ertz and all those
I don't know
boys over
about
there.
that one.
Should be a top 3 offense. Don't know if it'll happen on a Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
And
That's
D-Hop-
true.
point.
and
That's
D-Hop
true.
being out for
That's a
7 weeks.
great point.
So who do you got in the NL? I mean, not the NL. NFC. NFC.
Gosh, I don't know. Buccaneers. Buccaneers, Bills. Bucks, Bills.
I like that.
Yeah, Bucks, Bills.
I was gonna say Bills, Rams, but I'm gonna go Bills, Packers.
No.
Everyone's
wow.
counting us out, man.
Wow.
I'm telling you, top 3 defense. You got Aaron Rodgers throwing the football, so even though he doesn't have the best wide receivers right now,
But
I'm not worried.
He couldn't do it with Devontae Adams.
That's because he was forcing it to Devon. We didn't lose because we lost because of our special teams. Our offense,
No, you didn't. You
our
scored
offense
one.
still
You
didn't
scored one
play-
touchdown.
Yeah, our offense still didn't play well, but
In
that's-
Lambeau.
But we were in that game. We were forcing it to Devontae, and that's I think our offense with Matt LaFleur.
He's a good coach.
He is.
Top 3 coach in the league, I
We're
think.
7-0 without him. So I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
and a top 3 defense,
You guys did lose your OC, which is not huge,
Yeah.
but it's gonna hurt a little bit.
a little bit.
Did you guys all say your Super Bowl picks then?
Yeah.
All right, then I'll
Oh,
go into my
Bills.
last team.
Yeah.
Kind of a good segue. Good
Oh,
job,
shoot,
Devin.
My bad.
My 5th team is the Packers as well. I just think that if you have a top 2 quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, and I just don't see how they don't win their division again. And I just see them, even though they lose Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers is good enough to deal with that. They made their defense better. I think that they're going to have a really good year this year. Not the Super Bowl, but still be a good team.
I think the
appreciate
Vikings
that.
are gonna win the NFC North.
You guys think that every year. You and Bears fans both, man.
Okay, no, not the Bears suck.
Bears are terrible. Bears are flat out terrible.
Well, before we wrap up this first episode of the Versus podcast, we just once again want to thank you for joining us. We just really appreciate that. One of the main reasons we do this podcast is that we obviously love to talk about sports, but most importantly, we want to share the Word of God. Each episode, we will share a passage of Scripture that we would like to share with you guys. And so this week, I wanted to share Joshua 1:9 with you. And it says, Have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous, do not be afraid, and do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. I just wanted to share this passage with you guys to just let everyone who's watching this know that no matter who you are or where you are or how far you think you are from God, that no matter what, God will always be there for you, so you are never alone, and just always just know that you can turn to Him through all your trials and tribulations. So I just hope that all you know that and just able to realize that God is always there for everyone, and that we're just so thankful to be able to do this and just do what we are able to do because of Him. Just with all that said, we just want to thank you guys for tuning into our first ever episode of the Versus podcast. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We would greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much, guys, and we will all see you in the next one.
See ya.